Hello, this is Greg Patuk with week 4 of Awakening with the Xin Xin Ming. Our line this week that we were really focusing on was when the deep meaning of things is not understood, the mind's essential peace is disturbed to no avail. And as I have been going through my days this week, I've really taken a look at and seen what it is that the deep meaning of things means to me and what kind of comes into my life and can cause disruption and cause a little bit of suffering or stress in my mind, which is a blessing because then I'm able to take a look at it and see what it is exactly that is troubling me. And then I can focus on that and work on that if, uh, just with meditation or with some of the other clearing methods that I've talked about in past videos, and just help to relax and ease my mind of that trigger that has caused me some sort of disruption in my daily life. Now, the other day, I did write just a short passage about this, and I wanted to share that with you today. And I wrote, "We are in the flow. As the current takes us, we experience extreme moments of clarity. We see the beauty, we see the oneness. We are open and aware and alive and feeling free. Then a new situation occurs, one that feels similar to past events, yet it dresses itself differently. It is familiar, yet just out of reach of being recognizable, and it hits you, and it settles on the bottom, deep sometimes, and stirs up the muck you have worked to settle. And a plume of sediment rises up, and you are in it. You are in the darkness of the situation. You know there is clear water somewhere. You know there is light at some point, but you are in deep. And then you remember what to do. Swim up above the cloud and watch it. Recognize the rock dressed in familiar clothing that has settled at the bottom. See the cloud being slowly carried downstream, for your flow has slowed, not stopped, allowing for the sediment to hang in the water surrounding you, clouding your judgment. But as you go up and above, you can witness the cloud of haze and begin to work on letting it flow and get swept by your current. Meditating, journaling, recognizing it, honoring it, be open to its teaching. Through this, the rock on the bottom loses its disguise. It is simply an old hang-up coming back to open your eyes to something new. Teacher, thank you. You are the same issue, just varied slightly. I see the connection. Slowly, you see the rock start to erode. Piece by piece, it melts away along with your new flow state, now becoming stronger, more clear. The sediment it plumed now is carried away as well. Not settling, as it will not be as deep as before, but being washed away. You still see there is sediment at the bottom, but you realize its depth has lessened. With every teaching, more gets loosened and carried away, so the clouds are not so dark, not so voluminous, not lasting so long. For the periods of stagnation is also much less. Your flow carries you more strongly than before. Often the pools we are carried to are moments of deep reflection, of gratitude, of simply slowing life down to enjoy it more deeply. Yet the undercurrent is swift, keeping that which can cloud us flowing through underneath. It is still there, yet it doesn't settle. It doesn't quite create a strong cloud with which to swim through. Perhaps you look down and it is a tad hazy, a little murky, but we can see the opportunity this holds for us, and we see it being carried through, not disrupting us on top. It's there, but we aren't in it. We can float on top, seeing the wonders of the world around us without being clouded as before. I really thought of this when thinking about the lines of the Xin Xin Ming this week, and how the deep meaning uh, cannot, well, like once we understand the deep meaning, then it's harder for us to be disturbed, because the deep meaning is us being able to recognize that we are on top, so to speak, in this analogy, in this instance. And the settling of the sediment on the bottom represents all the challenges that we've gone through and we've tried to suppress, or we've tried to, fix and get over. And there's always going to be some remnants there. There's going to be some stuff at the bottom, ready to kick up at some point, whenever that moment hits and drops down into that sediment and pops it back up again. And then before you know it, you're feeling so great, and then all of a sudden you're just in this haze again, and you're feeling stuck, and you're confused because you were feeling so good, and now you don't know what to do again. Well, just swim up to the top, connect with your higher self, and look down at what's actually happening to you, and honor that thing that brought that sediment up to the top. Because what that does is it allows us, our higher selves, to wash that sediment away, to help heal ourselves even more. And then that opens up a new space for us to bring in love and to bring in light and to bring in the joys of the world. So see this as an opportunity when you go through something like this, not as something that's dragging you down or, ruining your day. It's just the opposite. It's allowing for you to heal and to become more spacious, because once that sediment and what's that suffering goes away from you, then you have all of that room inside of you to fill up with the light and love of the world. And you also are able to raise your vibrational state, which attracts a higher vibrational state as well. And that also allows you to become more spacious and allows you to become more free of suffering, because now you've lived through it and you've learned. And as I wrote, the rock will come perhaps dressed in different clothing, but perhaps that rock next time will be a little bit smaller. There won't be as much on the bottom to bring up, and the cloud won't be as thick, and you'll be able to wash it away even more in a complete manner than before, and perhaps more quickly than before. Just make sure that you honor it and you bring it into you. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to stay away from things like that could cause suffering. Welcome them. And if it happens, honor it and bring it into you, and let that moment feel your love and let that moment feel your peace. And then with your spaciousness that you create, that moment will move on, and the new moment coming in to that space will be that much better. And as a user pointed out at the end of my last video, because I changed titles from Living with the Xin Xin Ming to Awakening with the Xin Xin Ming, which I feel like I'm doing every day, and I may have said it before, that I truly am every day living this life awakening more and more, especially when I focus on the words of the Xin Xin Ming, that I hope to see you again. And I hope that you are awakening with the lines of the Xin Xin Ming. And please just remember that every moment is truly a blessing.